Hi, this is Cassandra Clare. I'm the author of The Mortal Instruments, and I'm here talking to Jason Dohring, the narrator of the audiobook of City of Heavenly Fire. I'm really excited to get a chance to talk to Jason about his recording experience. Hi, Jason.
Hi, how are you? Happy to be here with you.
I wondered if there were any books that were favorites of yours when you were growing up.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't do a ton of reading when I was a kid and through high school, but I remember maybe reading The Giver, this book, and...
Oh, yeah, that's a great book.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it opened me to like a whole new world, and I was just enthralled and impressed, and I think that was the first time I was ever like stunned, I think, by a book and by certain twists in a book.
If you could be any fictional character from any book or comic book or any world, who would it be and why?
I thought about this, and I thought about Falcor or Atreyu, and I think I'm going to go with Atreyu from Neverending Story because he gets his horse back, and he's super cool.
So while you were reading the book, did you develop attachment to any character? Did you have a favorite?
For some reason, like, I guess I had a lot of scenes with Simon, you know, and I really liked him, and I don't know if I'm playing this correctly, but like a little bit of a nerdish quality and, you know, putting other people before him and sort of this selflessness and bravery when he's just not totally like the man's man, but has the heart of gold, you know what I mean? And I think I like that part of him.
Did you have fun distinguishing the voice of the characters during the recording, and which character was the most fun to give voice to? Was there anyone?
Yeah, they're all great, you know, and you could sit in the studio and just create your own characters. And I think probably the favorite was Sebastian, probably. Asmodeus was a cool one, too. Sebastian is just so evil, you know what I mean? Through and through, and I think that's always kind of a fun character to play.
You share narrator duty, actually, with Sophie Turner, who is on Game of Thrones, and I went and saw her in the studio here, since we're both in London, but you recorded in Los Angeles, so I was just wondering if you were curious. She said she was really curious to hear your half of the recording. I was wondering if you're really curious to hear her half.
Definitely. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, and she's just wonderfully open as an actress. And yeah, I definitely look forward to her doing it.
This is totally out of left field. A bunch of fans asked on Twitter, if you were a student at Hogwarts in the Harry Potter series, what house would you be in?
Probably the Griff, because it's the best.
Ah, the Brave. All right.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I think I would probably be in Ravenclaw. She's studious. Okay, over to you. You have, I think, a couple of questions for me.
You've been with these characters for such a long time and throughout their lives and ancestry. Even though the story of Shadowhunters continues with Dark Artifices, what does it feel like to complete the Mortal Instruments series?
I think it feels a little maybe like sending a kid off to college. You know, I feel like I've had all these years with these characters and had to prepare them and hopefully grow them and get them ready for the world. And now with the absolute last book, they're sort of being released out there into the world. I don't have control over them anymore. The story is complete, sort of belongs out there in the universe now. And so I just hope that I raised them right, that people like the book, and that they look back on the whole series with fondness. And I feel sad to say goodbye to them, as well as excited to start something new.
So of all the characters that you've written in the Mortal Instruments series, which one would you say you've loved the most and why?
Oh, I mean, it's so hard to choose. It's sort of like picking a favorite child among your children or something like that. But I also love Simon and feel very close to Simon, as he started out the most like me, completely normal human being with no special powers. And he really changed and grew into someone who was a hero along with all of these other heroes, even though he had no advantages to begin with. So just sort of I'm a baby, and I'm going to miss him.
Thank you so much for including me in this. It's probably the biggest demonstration of acting that I had ever encountered in such a short period of time, and I love the book. It's fantastic.
I'm so glad you liked it, and thank you so much again. I really appreciate you talking to me.